this is another Crafty Sausage video, and today we are back in our medieval town series. So you can sort of see here, I've planned out a couple of buildings in this area that we cleared out, and you might see this big red line here. That's where I plan to stop building these sort of stilted up docks areas. And you can see I added a bit of a waterfall, which we'll find a way to hide that little bit there. But you can sort of see we're gonna have a church over here with maybe a graveyard or something, a bunch of trees around it. This is gonna be maybe an area where you get armor and stuff, and then you run into the wall to get ready. And then you can see we got a little building with dock, and probably gonna build another building here. And it's probably actually gonna end up being diagonal. You can see I just go boom, 1, 2, 3, pillar, 1, 2, 3, pillar, and that's just sort of how I lay them out. Pillar, 1, 2, 2, 3, pillar, and then I connect it like that. And then we end up with a nice little building. And then we'd put some little piers going out into the water, just like that. And I got some comments on what to do with this luscious cave over here, and I actually liked a lot of them. And I was playing around with things for a little bit. You can see I have a dock here. And I decided to actually build a little bit of a town in here. You can see I got some red wool to mark out the houses, where the houses would go in here too. It's a little tight at first, but then once you get through here, it really opens up a lot. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that really tall open area yet, but I thought this area would be really nice for just little narrow street, sort of town that goes in there. Now there's another thing that I've been working on, which is actually way over on the other side of this area, which I will go to now. So we have this little area over here. You can see I'm looking off of the diagonal part way over here, and you can sort of see how this big area, and then it thins out right through there, and then another big area where the water would collect. And I thought this would be the perfect place to put a dam. And my plan is to lower all this water on this side by a block, so it'll be down on this level here. We'll have to edit that a little bit, and then there'll be actually a little island right here, which might be interesting. And this river will probably never end, so I'm probably just gonna stop it somewhere over here. And you can see that'll get a really good view off the wall right here, which I really need to figure out how to do the framing for this diagonal area, because this looks really cool. But over on this side's gonna be the hard part, because I'm actually gonna have to raise it up by 3 blocks, so the water will be this high, and it'll flood a lot of this. So this water area will be really big, which I think will look really cool. And obviously this dam is not looking as great as it's sort of hard to decorate it before we do all the water stuff, so I'll have to do all that, but that will definitely take a while. Okay. So I am now going to go and fill in a couple of these little water pockets here. And I'm actually going to fill in this one too, which this one is a bigger one. And you can sort of see, since we're not in survival mode, I don't bother double dirting anything, which means that putting 2 layers of dirt, that if you break one, you don't fall into the water and get stuck or something. And sometimes it's a little bit annoying when you're covering up bodies of water because of the sand, but this one doesn't seem to have very much sand. So it seems pretty, I think it'll be pretty easy to just cover this one up. Just like this. And these ones in the flatter areas of land are much easier, whereas ones that are sort of like on like hills or beside cliffs and stuff, sometimes they need a little bit more because like you have to bring like the land out over top of, oop, that's not what I wanted to do. You have to sort of bring the land out over top of what you covered up. It gets to be a little bit complicated. And once I finish this, I can actually... Why? Why? Why does it do this? Is it because of the grass? I don't know. It's so strange. And there we go. It's all gone. Now, if we go over to here, where we actually connected the wall, and when I did the terraforming over here, you can sort of see what I did here. A little bit of this had to be covered up and... Oh! Oh, this is actually like underneath the pillar here. Huh, that's interesting. Well, you can sort of see this like this water, which I had to terraform, and I tried my best not to make it look obvious, but it's a little bit obvious. I don't know, I sort of like this little body of water over here. But anyway, you can see how this had hills on both sides, which made it very tricky to terraform, and this tree is hanging very precariously off this edge. Anyway, I think that's about it for this video. This is another Crafty Sausage video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe too while you're at it. Also, I thank you all who have subscribed already so much. It means so much to me.